Guys, and we're back with Urizen, who are here today in studio to talk about beards.
Yes,
I'm very
thank you.
excited. We were ending on we were talking about the monkey tail a second ago.
Yes.
Go ahead and let's jump right in and talk about the monkey tail. What is that?
Well, the monkey tail. Where's the camera?
There's a couple of cameras right
facing?
there.
Essentially, the monkey tail, it starts on a sideburn and goes around under the chin, up the side, over the mustache, and then kind of like cuts off right there.
So it's a swirl. It's
like a little swirl, like
yeah.
as if.
So do you have to sculpt like a monkey on your, like a,
No,
Well,
that's what somebody needs to
the
do.
monkey
Get
on
a
the head.
mohawk or enough of a hair to actually sculpt a monkey up there.
Well, because
too.
I've seen someone sculpted. They sculpted like a lizard. I'm gonna hold this up because I've got this tall stool, but I've got like the smallest microphone stand that's not
See,
adjustable.
that's why I was playing with mine earlier to make it taller.
Don't play with yours during the show. Wait till we get home.
I can't keep my hands off it.
But yeah, no, I saw someone had it was like a lizard. Someone sculpted a lizard out of their hair,
All right,
and then they had a little rat tail for the tail.
Oh.
But couldn't you do like sculpt a monkey and then have the monkey tail?
All right,
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm
that-
issuing that as a challenge to our fans that are watching. I want somebody to do the full-on monkey do.
The whole monkey
The whole
head.
Monkey do?
The whole
That
monkey
sounds
do.
bad, too.
Yeah.
Do the monkey do.
You know what? New song idea for you guys. I
The
want to hear
monkey do.
by 2014 the monkey do. I want that to be a song.
There'll be a dance involved in that.
That's
too,
what I'm
like
thinking,
The,
yeah.
Yeah.
the monkey do.
It can be a surf twist.
A flinging
A
motion.
surf twist. Now see, all right, maybe UUTF will do that.
Yeah.
Is the monkey do?
It'll be all
Y'all familiar with UUTF? Creators of the tummy rub.
No.
It's a song about. It's a hardcore rap / metal song about cats liking their tummy rub. It's great.
That's good.
A couple of fools from around Dallas. A couple of fools.
Bunch
I don't
of-
know who they are.
bunch of dang
Never
fools.
met
You
them.
don't know anything about Dell. He's usually talking about himself.
Yeah.
Show has my name in it for one reason and one reason only. I like me. Oh man, am I covering some deep-seated inadequacies? All right, so guys, the real reason you're on the show is to talk about
Microphone.
beards.
What
What is this?
Stage left.
Microphones, microwaves, whatever.
So guys, we were talking earlier with a guy you might know named Doug Funny, and he was telling us that there's this band called Urizen that's going to be playing along with him on Friday.
Correct.
And
yes.
I know you guys have been calling me and bugging to get back on the show, and you're welcome. But
It was a long journey, but we never gave up.
well, we finally opened. I know that the show was booked originally with us doing the Connect and the Wii U review.
Hang on. Stop what you're saying and look at that. It's the lizard.
Nice.
hairstyle.
The lizard.
Oh, I wish there was a way we could put this.
We can hold it up to the camera, I guess. But
Yeah, I don't know that that'll
I don't know
translate.
that that'll
Is this the
translate
picture
well.
you're talking about?
Yeah,
with the lizard
that
hair?
is it right there.
All right, for the people at home, this is a treat. You need to go find it on your own. Just Google image search.
Google image lizard hairstyle.
Yeah, I think Jenna's going for it now.
Man, we
So
should
hold on a
have
second.
had the fans do that to your hair.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You have the
Oh.
beard. Why don't you have a lizard clinging to the?
Well,
No,
yeah.
it's
Well,
sloth.
he's got a
Look at that, man.
Rufio.
Think about it.
Show him your Rufio.
Well, I
Take
had
off
like
the hat.
really gnarly hair, and I was going to get it cut for the tour, and we left it up to our fans to pick if I got a nice clean cut or a mullet.
Well, kind of, because you're like, hey, I think you put it up. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, should he get a mullet? I mean,
And everybody's like, yeah, go ahead and get a mullet.
don't get a mullet.
Well, Daniel's got the big enough one now that I think what I want to see is the hanging sloth. The beard cut into the sloth that looks like it's
Hanging
hanging on to the chin.
That would be fantastic.
That would look amazing.
Now, guys, do we have any videos from you to kind of acquaint our audience with what you guys do?
Well,
Christmas video.
Well, to acquaint them, do you want to do the Pinkerton
that one's
battle?
really long, though.
Oh, 6. We'll do that one later.
We can go take a smoke break.
I mean, yeah, maybe we can do that one later. You know what we should watch is this other video, though.
Alrighty.
It's a Christmas video. It's not
All
exactly
right.
timely.
No. This is our first show back from Christmas.
Yeah.
so
We'll
it's
have Christmas
apropos.
decorations, up,
Right,
so
me
it
too.
works.
Yeah.
So we
My balls still have little bills hanging from them in tinsel.
Those are dingleberries.
We-
Those are asshole.
Oh, that's gross.
we put out a new
Get on the road.
song in like the week before Christmas. We put out it was like a Christmas song that we did called Autonomy, and we put together like a little promo video, kind of it's like a holiday e-card / buy our new
I like that.
thing. I think it's fantastic. I'm not ashamed to say that it's awesome.
I'm not ashamed to say I'm great.
Right. I
I like
learned-
your attitude.
Right. I learned from the best.
You're the only one.
Oh, that's true. Poor Rustin.
Yeah. But yeah. So I don't know if you want to look at that now or if you want to.
Yo, let's give me also a little.
It's pretty short,
What's a
I mean.
one-sentence synopsis of what you guys do? Because I was introduced to you about 3 or 4 years ago
Okay.
at Allcon.
Allcon.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start. You know, we were. If you asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have said we're.
Shut up, Del.
Well, I would have said
Who are you?
Yeah.
How dare
Why are
you
you in
talk
my
to me?
house?
You know,
How dare you address me?
How did you get into my house? That would have been the question. Yeah.
No, I would have said, "Oh, we're a metal band," but since that, I mean, that was pretty much it. But you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and that's where
true.
we started.
We
But,
started.
somewhere.
We've started at the top and
Oh, yeah,
continue
we
to
s-
rise,
we
but not
started at the
everybody's
bottom,
that lucky.
And then we meander around to the middle, and then you know, no,
Take a potty break.
but now you know, as she mentioned, we played all-con, we played conventions, we do crazy theatrical type stuff, and we pretty much incorporate any kind of music that we like. So there's.
I got to admit, it's an amazing show too. I mean, how I was introduced to y'all was we were, you know, outside the ballroom, and there was this annoying racket of drums being like, and we're like, oh God, are we gonna have to hear this the entire thing? So anyway, and Brian and I, you know, the other guys from Neither Noir, we were sitting there like, holy fuck, man, what is this metal band? We open the door, and there y'all are in your space outfits. You know, with a giant alien on stage, it's like, oh God, I was wrong. This is going to be
so sorry.
amazing. And sure enough, when they beat up an alien and rip out its eye on stage while performing, it was classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Probably
So,
one of the best things I saw at all concerts.
yeah, no kidding. I mean,
yeah.
I was a
Show.
fan
I
immediately.
agree. It
I
was
went out
the
and
best
started.
thing you said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually went out, was rounding people up like, okay, you guys, you need to come in here and watch what's going on. This is amazing. And of course, I've seen you perform a couple times since then, like over at the Original Theater and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's always been great. So I'm really excited. So let's roll this first video and let people see the treat that is Urizen.
Yeah, this is good.
Not you're right.
What are you doing?
Could you turn the light back off?
Very nice, guys. And I think that does kind of encompass everything I'll do. It's music, but it's got a sense of humor to it as well and lightheartedness.
Right.
But it's
theatrics.
it's
Very
yeah,
nice.
it's very
I love it.
theatrical, but it's metal. I'm sure it's hardcore.
Well, yes,
It
thank
can
you.
be, yes.
And of course, for the people that weren't paying attention at the beginning because they're idiots, Urizen does the theme song, which they've been hearing for over the past year, which replaced our original theme song. Taffet, have you ever heard the original theme song for the show?
Was it just a cat meowing?
No, it's we tried to record the worst theme song ever. Like literally tried to make it sound the worst, but the lyrics proclaimed it was the best theme song ever. We aired it 7 times on the pilot episode. We just kept listening to it over and over again. It was one of the worst songs ever. I'll have to dig that out.
I haven't seen that.
It was the band
I'm really happy I was not
the band
affiliated with this
UUTF
show.
did it for us. Same guys the cat rap video.
Oh, I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, they're
Those
really
That
good.
wasn't the rap. The cat
guys
rap.
are great.
What's so great about that is, anytime that there's a horrible piece of art that I'm not attached to, I love that those guys step right up and
Right.
handle it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys, it's very theatrical. Like we were talking about, beating up aliens on stage. I mean, you're dressed in spacesuits and space gear. All your songs are very, video game and somewhat nerd oriented. But I remember one time I actually called and y'all wrote the theme song for the Gaga show as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I almost wish that we hadn't given it to him. We had kept that for us because that is one of the absolute best theme songs ever written for a show. I mean, I'm not joking. Like, I love that piece.
That was my first and only attempt at writing a theme
Dude,
song.
it was fantastic.
It's
like,
his best and worst theme
I've had-
song that he's
best.
ever done.
I've had people like that have watched the show. They're like, the show's good, but man, that theme song. Like, people tell me like they love that theme song. If you haven't seen the show too, you might want to check it out.
That's a history
That's
of That's a history of playing video games and watching Boy Meets World, right?
Really? Is
there.
that what it was?
That's it.
It's really great. So make sure you check that out, the Gaga on YouTube for, if nothing else, the theme song. But the rest
That's
of
what
it's
I was
good,
going to say.
too. One
The theme
episode
song.
directed by Del Pullen. And
Hey.
I believe I had a cameo in one as well. So that's
Boy Meets World is coming back on the air. supposedly.
yeah. Isn't that
What?
weird?
With Corey and Topanga as
it's
the
like
parents
Girl
and
Meets
stuff.
Oh.
They're
Girl
good.
Meets World, I believe.
Yeah, it's his daughter or
is,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's going to be as good as the Leave It to Beaver when that
But I
came
mean,
back on the air.
the
Yeah.
Boy Meets World was what was his name? Eric's show.
Eric, yeah.
It's it's always the support characters. Like, before when The Simpsons, it was always Homer, but it didn't work once they made Homer. He's like, no, it's the Homer show, and it's like, well, we liked him as the side character,
Yeah,
getting to the
yeah.
crazy antics. You have to have the plain, the boring,
Regular
the
stuff.
Corey.
Yeah. I mean, you can
like-
give everybody a little bit, but you got to share it around. If every episode was about
Right.
Bender.
Right.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
exactly.
Not too
Bender. Well, Bender show. What's that one that everybody loves Bender when he has his own show?
Oh, yeah.
I got ants in my pants, and he's smoking the
Yeah.
stoves and drinking the beers.
He's just a great character to begin with.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. I remember when I called him originally to talk about the theme song. This is how well Thomas knows. He goes, well, what kind of drums do you want? Do you want an N64 8-bit drums, or do you want an original NES 8-bit drums? And I was like,
That's right.
who the fuck knows, dude? Write the damn song. Like,
He's got a whole notebook that's like,
it's
okay.
like he was actually asking specifics of which type of tone I wanted for
Well,
beat drums.
that's-
No, that's thoroughness. It was just I never. That's something I would never even give consideration to because I don't care enough about other humans.
Well, and that's what we love about you, Del. No, but I mean that whole kind of scene, the chiptune, nerdcore, it's a really interesting. I just flew out to DC. Was it the first
It was
week?
the first
week
weekend,
of
yeah.
January to a festival called MagFest, and it was the first. It's all that's kind of the focus. I mean, they've got the dealer rooms like Alcon, and they have it was gigantic free play arcade, but the emphasis is all those bands. So it was nerdcore rappers, and there's chiptune bands doing video game covers, bands doing original music about video games. Sort of kind of what we do, sort of thing. Power Glove was there.
There was a band called Urizen there.
Yeah. Well,
We were like, hey,
yeah.
that's awfully close.
They're all left-handed. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, man, I kind of got into the fringe of the chiptune scene years ago, and I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. But going to that, I was like, oh my God, there's so many. If I said it there, which kind of drums do you want? Well, do you have the Commodore 64 samples? Because I'm really feeling that. But you got to fill it in with the. Do you have Little Sound DJ for Game Boys? Because we're using 2 now. I was like, well, but I've got my Nintendo.
See, that's
Oh, the
amazing to
Nintendo.
me.
That's
Sounds really
so
fun.
10 years
Now-
ago.
now
Oh,
do
it
you-
was great.
I mean, do you
Bet.
study some of the composers? Because I'm a huge fan of. And here's the thing: I can never remember his name, but obviously the guy that scores for the Mario Brothers and the
That would be
the
Koji
Legend of
Kondo.
Zelda's Koji
Koji
Kondo.
Kondo.
Yeah, I can never remember his name, but he's absolutely amazing. I mean, every time one of the things I look forward to anytime a new Mario game comes out or a new Zelda game is listening for the soundtrack.
Oh,
'Cause
one
I'm
of the-
always so excited about that.
One of the coolest things from the newest Zelda Skyward Sword is the main theme. What's it? It's a version of. The main theme is backwards
Oh,
version
it's a
of
backwards-
the Song of Time.
Yeah, Song of Time
Song of Time.
played.
I thought
Yeah,
that was really
it's
cool.
so
I
cool.
can't wait to play that game.
And
Oh,
at-
it's probably God, I don't know if it's my favorite, but maybe the motion controls
It's
will
a
make
tough
it
call. I mean,
one of
it
my
is-
favorites because you can interact in a way that you never could before.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was a.
I
with the
think they had
character.
something like a 100-piece orchestra to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a full
do that.
orchestrated recording instead of just digital bits, and that was so great.
And I feel bad because I can't remember their name to like give them props. But at MagFest there was a string quartet that did, video game medleys, and they did Zelda. But they had one of the best arrangements. If you go to the MagFest and try to look up which one, I just can't remember the name. But a lot of people have done Zelda medleys, but their arrangement was amazing. And they did at some point in the middle Song of Time, and then backwards right
Oh,
into
wow,
the
cool.
theme from Skyward Sword. And I was,
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
I
gonna lie, I was misty eyed.
Yeah, because there was a time actually. There was a time I asked Thomas where he got certain music from. He's like, "Well, I have like every Zelda song ever recorded."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Would you zip that up and send it over to me?" And just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I was like, I had that on when I was cleaning the new apartment. I had that on, and my
Oh, yeah.
girlfriend was like, "This is great." Put in her headphones and was listening to Adele over to the side. But I had Zelda cranking out the whole day. It was wonderful.
It's-
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was saying because we're gonna have to wrap it up in just a little bit here. We have another music video that you want to play, but you said it's a little long.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we could play that, or we could talk about.
I'd say let's talk about the show, and then at
Yeah.
the end of the show, let's tag them so the people at home we can get the hell out of here and get on
Yeah.
with our lives. But the people at home get an extra 10 minutes of content.
There
Right.
you go.
So we'll run that. We'll run the Doug funny, and then of course y'all's thing at the end. But
Right
let's
on.
the show on Friday. I'm really excited because I haven't seen y'all in quite a while,
Yeah.
and I'm
I've
really
never seen
excited.
that.
Oh,
And
really?
It's amazing.
Well, I
And it's
mean,
on my side of
if
town.
you haven't, and anyone out there that maybe has seen us in the past or hasn't seen us in a while, like there's,
Or has never seen you because they're blind,
or
and
at all,
make
and
fun of
because
them.
they're stupid.
Yeah, if you're
and,
blind, don't come to our show. We do not cater to the blind.
If you're deaf, you'll have a great
Yeah,
time.
they'll
out there.
Right.
yell at you on your ass.
It'll be ridiculous.
You could do that. Do who is it? The old movie where there's Gene Wilder and one of them's
Oh,
blind
Hear
and
No
one of
Evil,
them's
See
deaf.
No
Yeah,
Evil.
yeah. If
Classic.
you're a duo like that, then you could go
Oh
and
yeah,
just
no,
like
that's right. One guy can listen, one
Yeah.
guy can watch.
they
I
could
can,
and they could
Drink
talk
some
about
Harvey
it.
Wallbangers.
Yeah, they could talk about it afterward. And
I can
oh, it
only
looks
imagine
so
what it's
cool.
like being deaf and watching y'all jump around, punching aliens, just being like, what in the hell? With
This
no
is the
musical
best
score to
ballet
go
ever.
with that. Yeah.
But what's cool, I mean, we have a lot of new stuff. Probably, I mean, we're always adding new stuff as we like scramble together money to make new stuff. We can add new stuff. So we've got new stage things that you probably haven't seen if you haven't been there in a
No,
while.
yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty action packed at this point. Where like pretty much every song or almost every song, there's like something going on.
You
also,
want to tease one thing the audience can expect on stage?
a lot of cardboard boxes.
Now, your old
beards.
roommate used to be the giant robot up on stage, right?
Yeah, he still
I
is.
think
Is that-
I don't know because we
Oh wait, which roommate are we talking? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Gabe.
All of his roommates end up being the robot.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, when I perform, Jay's the man who drinks gin on stage.
That's true.
Whenever I do a
I
solo
introduced the
show,
song.
he introduced the song with a made-up story about how the song came around. I think the last time he said I'd been touring Brazil for 4 years. I was finally back in the United
you
States.
were in the Turkish circus.
That's
Oh.
right, yeah. And he gets up with a glass of gin. We have musical instruments around him, and I just have my guitar and harmonica. He gets up, introduces the song. At the end of the show, people are like, "When the fuck is he gonna play an instrument? What is he doing on stage?" Like nobody understands that
Yeah,
he's
we were
just.
getting people yelling at
He's
me.
my
but
guy in the
I'm
green
the
suit
hype.
on a Snoop Dogg
He's
show.
he's the hype man.
He's the hype man.
That was my bit. So
And then he just sits there, and it's great. It's
because
good
I
comedy.
can't carry a tune in a bucket.
No.
So
And I just
Bring your
all I do
green
is
hat.
sing, and then I sit back like that artist that can't be talked to, and let him do all the talking with the audience. It's so great. But man, that's nothing compared to what you guys do. Like, I mean, that's just y'all are just. I got me in all of Dallas. Y'all probably put on the most spectacular show.
Well, thank you.
You know.
I agree.
I'm really looking to
All
Friday
right,
at
I'm
the
hiring
Boiler
Daniel
Room.
as our new promotions guy for the band.
He could just
That's-
sit on the
that's
end
smart.
and agree like,
Yes,
this is
sir.
the best show there ever was.
Absolutely. Yes,
I
sir.
agree with that. He'll be a,
Ed McMahon. Yeah. So a little bit more about tell us something they can expect on Friday besides the cardboard the robots.
Well, I mean, really, it's just the show itself. Our show is awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We've got mind control helmets are a new thing that we do. We've got We've got the robots, we've got the battle and all this stuff. But the whole show, like you mentioned before, is great. We've got Doug Funny, we've got Dr. Awkward, we've got Droideka, Lizard Professor, and Random, a.k.a. Mega Ran.
Now, y'all played with any of those groups before?
We played a lot with Lizard Professor and Droideka.
Droideka, yeah.
But other than that, this is all new to us. And then this actually, I don't think we've mentioned yet that this is the tour kickoff show for our tour. It's called the Ness in the West tour that we're starting that day. And then we're leaving for about 2.5 weeks. And that's us and Random and Dr. Awkward are going to be doing a whole tour, across the Southwest and up California and Washington. And
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a pretty in-depth, and we're really excited because it's a really interesting dynamic for us to be between kind of two nerdcore rappers. Like it's kind of this sandwich of nerdcore rap, and then us kind of like making a lot of noise and having a bunch of shit all over the stage, and then nerdcore rapping again. And we're going to be
Need to end
actually
with beatnik poetry.
Right.
About, come on, snaps about
Yeah.
my NES
Well,
at home with its
you know-
8-bit system.
And that's what I would say about what I like about this scene. If you call it a scene that we've been
it's a
getting,
scene.
I think
the
so.
scene we've been getting into.
It's the VGM.
Hey, we're the
VGM.
webcast of
Cool.
that scene.
Is that-
I think we're trying to get in on that. Yeah.
well, there you go.
DELoL show is the official VGM
yeah, I like that.
There we go.
Okay, can we get a liner from that
Web show.
later?
The thing is, if you ended the show with beatnik poetry about video games, it would work. That's what I love about
Because
it.
it would drive people out.
Well, no, they would love it.
Yeah.
People would get up and out.
All right, Doug, you want to get together and work on a beatnik?
People-
Okay, I might be willing to get up and perform that with bongo drums. I might be willing to do that and
That's-
not a show
Hey
on
man,
that.
if you want to hop in the van and we'll take you,
I don't know about this. It'll take a while to
no,
put
no,
together.
it's okay.
I'll
We'll-
get the French hat and everything.
You've got a whole
You've got
4 or 5 days
That's
to
what
figure it out. There's no problem.
Right.
I have faith in you.
Well,
Doug.
guys, I'm super excited, and if y'all should do any video, on tour, bring it back, and we'll bring you back in station for like $50.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we'll bring you back
Sweet.
in studio.
You're giving
and
us a
we'll-
deal.
the reduced rate.
The reduced rate.
Yep.
But seriously, we'll bring you back in, and Doug, same offer extends to you, obviously, for $75. That if you want to come back in the studio, we'll definitely talk to you about how the tour went and anything you'll have to run
Oh, yeah.
about it.
We'd
because
love to.
I'm honestly very excited to see how y'all do. I think y'all are going to be well received.
I hope so.
Tell that to your worldwide audience and make sure that they are well receiving.
Bitches,
us.
you heard Daniel. Love them.
Do it.
So, hey, real quick, just before y'all get out of here, could we get something like all the guys from Urizen saying, like, we love the DELoL show, something we can cut together into a promo?
So you well,
What is it you said earlier? Something
We
about
tolerate the DELoL show.
the DELoL show is fantastic.
It's all right.
I approve of this message.
All right, what do you want
Say
to? I
something
think we're
in
trying
your
to say it
accent.
all in tandem, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I don't
let's
fucking
do,
know. I
let's
just listen to
do,
y'all
let's all
assholes.
say DELoL show is fantastic.
Like that?
Ready? Yeah.
Well,
Please.
we'll just say fantastic.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys say fantastic. All right, you ready?
What are you gonna fan? And I'm like, fan. I can't do it, harmony. I'm sick.
You can even run through. We can edit.
Do you want to? Do you want to do a harmony?
I can't.
I think.
I'm
You really want to try a harmony with me?
No. Well, why don't you say? Why don't you say the DELoL show is, and then we'll do. You can do what harmony can you do?
fantastic. Because I can't do anything because it cracks. It'll be like the guy from The Simpsons.
That's
Crack.
fine.
Yeah, it's a comedy show.
Well, you can do a low. You can do a lower one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, do it again.
Fantastic.
Perfect. I like it. All right. Here we go.
Wait,
Fan.
hold on.
Okay.
I forgot what I got to
The
say.
DELoL show is.
The DELoL.
Say it. Countrified.
Do it.
Goddamn. All right. So what am I saying again?
I'll say that too. All right, Rustin, you just be quiet.
You smile.
You
Say
ready?
The DELoL show
You
is.
do-
I am extremely tired. I am
you say
sorry.
yeehaw at the end.
All right, yeah.
Fan. What's my name?
Just do.
Fan.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
All right.
This is the longest.
You don't have a note. Just
All
say
right.
the DELoL show is.
Okay. The DELoL show is
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. That's great. We'll definitely be using
Cut.
that.
Print it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in studio. Up next, of course, we're gonna get out of here. We're running a little over, but we're gonna run the Doug Funny. Doug, what is this they're gonna be watching?
The show that I had.
The double wide footage. And of course, after that, we're gonna be running the Urizen footage. And next week,
Hey.
we're gonna
Urizen.
be.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Urizen. Oh, I made almost the whole show.
Oh.
Oh no,
Man. We're gonna have to
know.
redo the whole show.
All right, I'll write you a check
We're no
for that.
longer
Can we delete that
fantastic.
fantastic?
Hey, well, let's give him one back. I'll say Urizen is, and then y'all do fantastic. Urizen is.
Fantastic.
Feel free to put that up on the website, the next promo video.
Absolutely.
So, guys, really, Doug and Urizen, thanks for coming in studio. They're always
Thank you,
always
guys.
blessed. You're always welcome back. So, anytime
buddy.
y'all are having a show coming up, let us know. We'll make 5 minutes. Or
You mean like Friday at the Boiler Room?
Friday at the Boiler
This
Room?
Friday?
In
What
Deep
time are y'all
Ellum.
going to be
The
playing?
30th.
We'll be
31st.
playing. We're headlining, so we're playing very late. But it doesn't matter because you'll be there for the whole show.
That's right. You're going to be there for
And
starting
Doug
off with
Funny's
Doug.
starting it off, and it's only $5.
$5.
Oh, that's
I mean,
awesome.
yeah. So check
6
it out.
bands, $5. So it's like
I'm going to have to
less
wear
than
my
$1.
press hat, though.
I
Hey,
really
yeah.
hope I stay sober to make it to you guys,
So do I.
because that's a lot of time.
That's the
It
It's been
is.
a lot of
You
problem
guys,
with headlining.
you've been watching the first episode of the DELoL show in 2013. Next week, we're going to be reviewing the Nintendo Wii U and the what is it?
Connect.
The Xbox Connect. Look for some videos of us playing.
That's it. Okay. All right. So make sure you tune in for that. It's not going to be nearly as exciting as this show
It really
because
won't
this
be.
was this
Nope.
was guys. Thanks for helping kick off 2013 with the best show we're going to have all year.
Oh, you're
until
welcome.
the next time I say that to someone else. So, all right. Thanks for being on the show. You've been watching DELoL. Up
Yay.
next is nothing until tomorrow, I believe. So,
Hooray.
but.